sake, quick little addendum to the end of that last donation shout-out. Apparently, salarytalk.org is a site for finding a better job with better pay. So actually, that might not be too bad. But we got some cheekiness. Classical Neo Planet S. In the top right corner of the map, it's going to be the blue Terran player, Liquid Bunny.
It's truly a classic. In the bottom left, as the red Zerg, it's Liquid Snute.
Alright, so Bunny, I wasn't sure if this was going to be an 8-8 or if it was going to be 2 racks, but it is just 8 for Reapers.
Oh. It's not as much of a classic, but still, it's alright. It's a pretty good Reaper map.
I really thought it was going to be 2 racks. God, the amount of 2 racks I remember seeing on this map, just getting into casting, literally made me think it was a common build before I realized like it really wasn't.
Yeah. This is one of the first maps for non-hybrid Pro League, I think. I don't think it was in hybrid Pro League, but I've also blocked that part of Pro League out of my mind.
Ooh, that's awkward.
The beginning of Pro League, I'm surprised it's still existing, and it got so much better, and I'm glad that it did, but man, did it start off on the wrong foot. But this was one of the first maps for it, so it was interesting at its time. History lesson was because it was like one of the first that didn't have a Zelnaga tower, not in the middle of the map, not on the sides, not anything. So it's still one of the only ones. There aren't too many that don't have any of them.
Some of the new maps coming out might, but again, Blizzard kind of tweaks them, so we don't know ahead of time what they're gonna look like. But all right, so for Bunny's sake, we'll see if this gets much damage done. Snute has it on for the hatchery first. That's not so bad. He's on for pool before gas. That's pretty nice. And with good control and drones, he can build council for a while. He can chase that Reaper around a bit. I mean, we saw earlier today he caught so many Reapers and right off the bat. But it's not easy to pull off, and he doesn't even see this bunker, by the way. Oh my god, that sweet spot. No Overlord queued up. Nothing to path over that. Oh dear. Oh dear, Simon.
It's looking pretty bad. This isn't really intended to end the game. It's supposed to be a pressure build, so you get like 5 drones, and you've done probably enough damage that it makes up for the SCVs that you cut. But it can spiral out of control. You know, the first Reaper survives, second Reaper lives, the third Reaper suddenly you start like really just going to town on queens even after that point. And it's quite difficult to come back. So I feel like I'm getting deja vu. Definitely cast Snute losing to a 888 before on this map. Definitely.
I'm sure it's happened. I mean, Snute's played enough games, and this was in the map pool for quite some time. The Spine Car does start, but not wasting damage on that. Trying to go for the drone kills instead. Not a bad choice. However, that doesn't mean if the Spine Car does finish, these Reapers will be also finished.
Yes, they will. So that's not going to give them enough for a lot of lings here. Queen is going to pop out, but like I said, like once it's 3 Reapers and they're pretty healthy, then they can take on queens. Not a Spine Crawler. That's more like 6 Reapers. But definitely a queen if she gets out of position.
Well, trying to be in position. Reapers take some damage. I think the Bunny left the injured one in the bunker rather than risk it. I mean, we're coming up on that 6-minute mark as well. Snute didn't go for the fastest, craziest, oh my god, best timing ever for speed, but he got it as quick as he could. And because of that, yeah, around 6 minutes, Reapers will have a lot harder time running around and dodging past these Zerglings. So it's pretty important that what he's doing right now is kind of just hold position in the back, canceling some of the ones here in the natural. Because the idea is he needs to just keep these alive so he can use them when they're effective. But this is pretty bad. I mean, he's already down quite the worker count. Back at home, Bunny is building a command center.
Oh, does lose his first Reaper. Gets a little caught on the other Reaper.
Ooh.
Oh, that one dies to the Spine Crawler.
This is pretty bad because, I mean, there's a couple more coming, but it's not exactly 6 racks Reaper, right? Like, there's not a lot to work with here.
No. Even gonna send one back home and deal with the lings that ran around just because it's annoying. But it did its job. It got enough drones, and it delayed Snute's economy just in general. So he's not gonna be like, oh, F it, let me build 20 lings and counterattack. Like, he just doesn't have enough money for that. So it's perfectly fine build opener. I think it's given him a lead. It's did what it intended to. And if he can secure the natural at the very least, then he'll be in a very good position.
Yep. We got a $6.90 donation coming in, by the way, from Dire Turtle. Says that he got to meet Snute at Red Bull Orlando. Very classy guy. Still is a bloodsucking Zerg, though. Go Bunny! That donation had a sick twist at the end. I liked it. But, so Zombie Grub, it's about that time you booked schedule time off work?
Yes, I'm sick right now.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Pro League's coming up, and of course they got some of the greatest matchups lined up for tonight in general, and I would not blame you guys if you go watch those. Again, we'll be here all night, so just make sure you come back when you're done. Gonna be here for a long time, and Zomberg probably gonna be a bit distracted for the next couple games, because I imagine she's got that up on the other monitor, because sometimes the passion is too real with this girl.
Yes.
Passion for the handsome Korean Terrans.
Just Korean Terrans, not to be handsome.
Okay.
But they're all handsome. You know, if you're a Korean Terran, you get like +10 no attraction.
Yeah, all elephants look great, but not all great things are elephants. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, we do have. Oh, I forgot that this was kind of a. It's a choice. You take the third base to the top, or you take it to the right for the Zerg, and I really can't recall which one they took more. I'm gonna trust Snute.
I think if I remember correctly, I think we saw the south one a lot more.
I don't know. Maybe that was for Terran, because it was Terran. Because Terran, I know that I took that one. I know I did.
Yeah.
But a Zerg, I don't know. This might just be Snute just being silly, or it might be that he remembers better than we do.
It could also just be like, I'm taking whatever third because I don't remember this map.
Yeah.
Like, before we overanalyze it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pretty small wall off of the natural. This is another map that you get 3 bunker rush, isn't it? Isn't that why T-Rex is so popular?
Yes, you go through 3 bunker this one, yeah.
Yeah, so this is why we were really surprised not to see it. It's not something we get to do too often as Terrans anymore, as people intentionally make sure that doesn't happen, like whatever map makers.
I feel like you have trust issues.
Just secret rage issues, Rifkin. I'm all calm and peaceful on the outside, but give me Kirby Canvas Curse, give me like Blink Stalker All-ins, and I'll wreck someone.
Yeah, anytime we discuss anything drama-related, Zomberg like the last person who wants involvement, but like, yo, this is just a ruse, guys.
I'm really all fire on the inside.
Alright, well, coming around the north side, gonna try and get some drone kills. The queens are a little bit out of position. Funny as it is, with the creeps are not there, it takes him a little bit of time to get in position. But he does, and we'll chase these back. And you know, these earlier queen counts, they were really hurting and not helping a lot when it was these big all-ins out of Bunny. But they're so good at defending harass like this. And you'll see small amounts of queens, like 3, say, take on Hellions, no problem. But Snute doesn't just get 3. He's got 3 for creep.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. This is where EMPs become really crucial.
Shut up! Shut up! God damn it. It was really cool that he went ghost, but I almost wish he didn't, just because of the follow-up that's been ensuing since then.
That's gonna follow us around for the next couple of years.
The snipes are actually really cool, though. Honestly, watching those go off on the queens. Again, you don't see a snipe often enough.
Yo, this is one of my favorite IC2 maps too, and I was not a 2-raxer. It wasn't because I was cheesy. I just really like this map, and I had like a sick win record on it.
I'm trying to remember, like, there's like been so few games where anyone ever actually got golds too.
Oh, right? People would take the gold because no one ever scouted there. They would go unscouted. It could be like their third and no one would ever see it.
Yeah, it'd be like the sneaky beaky once in a while ones. But Spine Collar does go down. Not enough transfused energy to keep that up. Bailing's finishing up. Split's coming out of Bunny looking fantastic. Oh my god. Picks up the Marines. They didn't die. He picks them up in the medevac, and now Snute really has nothing to fight with. And Snute really has nothing to stay in this game with.
The queens are going to barely be able to, like, actually just force Bunny to retreat to his units, but Bunny is in full force almost, you know? Like, he's getting a good enough production. He is rallying forward. He has to be a little careful. Like, if these do get overwhelmed, which they shouldn't, they should always be able to pick up on the medevacs, but say he messes up, then he doesn't have a defense for his third, and things go haywire. But as long as his micro is good, and so far it really is.
He's got to pick up or get out of there.
Just pick up. Yeah. He's good. Did Snute get a Spire? Okay, he doesn't have a Spire this time, so at least that's an excuse. But it's still like no Spire, right? Like, it's not good. They don't need a no Spire. You know, I have a lot of problems with drops.
Yeah, and that was the thing. You just gotta quickly, no pun intended, Bunny hopped over the wall and came over towards that natural. Now he's pushing into the third once again. A couple of Banelings will help deal with this, but not stop it. Marines and Widowmines do make it towards the mineral line. Meanwhile, this drop is about to kill the hatchery at the natural. Let's just pick up and get out of there if he wants to. And Snute is, I guess he's got another base, so he transfers over, kind of pulling a bit of a true, but these drones are going to get annihilated. The other ones got out of there, you know, mercy, mercy. These ones not so much. Bunny.
I'm just wondering how Snute ever got in the lead, you know? Bunny is tearing him apart when it comes to the mid-game.
That's the thing, like, every time one of these guys wins, whether it's because of silly things like the macro map or not, like, it's because the other is so far ahead. So it's kind of funny because, like, you'd expect this series to be kind of even, and it is. Look at the score. It's tied up now 6-6. But I'd expect it to be more, like, really longer games that are, like, oh, they're blow for blow and matching each other.